Welcome back to the campus of Viera High School. Alan Slaughterzinski, Caleb Brown with you here on the Brevard Sports Network. Coming up tonight, we've got boys lacrosse following the girls game here this afternoon. The boys, the Viera Hawk boys, are going to be taking on the Lake Brantley Patriots as we are set for the national anthem. Back here in just a second following the anthem to tell you about these two teams. All right, as they'll announce the players from both teams, it's the Viera Hawks coming in at 8-1, taking on the Lake Brantley Patriots at 5-3. As advertised a little bit earlier today, this is a battle of two of the top 35 ranked teams in the state of Florida. Lake Brantley comes in number 107 nationally ranked, number 29 in the state of Florida, number 16 in the class. Viera comes in 118th nationally, 33 in the state of Florida, and 18th in the class. Well, you might say Lake Brantley's got 3 losses. How can they be that good? Well, their 3 losses have come to the 3rd, the 12th, and the 16th ranked teams in the state of Florida. For Viera, their lone loss has come to St. Edwards, the 19th ranked team in the state of Florida. So these two teams tonight, I'll tell you what you can look for. I was down on the field talking to Derek Smith, and assistant coach Derek Smith was telling me that you can look for a physical game, and if things are going right for the Hawks early, they'll be possessing the ball, not looking to rush anything, and in control defensively. So I don't know much about Lake Brantley. I can tell you that the Hawks are coached by veteran coach Bo Bartlett, and the Patriots are led by Matt Campbell. We are set. Face-off. Set for the face-off is going to be number 33. That's going to be Gavin Wessel, 6'2", 170-pound senior.
Early start for Viera.
Early start for Viera. This is number 6, Corey Odell. And back in the X area with the ball now is Jackson Fisher, the 6', 190-pound senior. He'll swing it around to Jonathan Schrager. This is Odell again. Odell works it inside. Shot, skip, goal. Brantley on the board early. 1-0. Goal scored by number 6, Corey Odell. So with 11:23 to go here in the first, it's 1-0 Patriots on top. All right. Hawks need to regroup here. And here comes Viera on the attack. This is number 29 for in front. In front again, shot, and that's a Butte Clark right there. Tracy Tucker, the senior. And Tucker with the assist from Jared Weiss. And it's 1-1 that quick. Tracy Tucker with a little flip there, and we're all tied.
And that was all started there by Hunter Levi getting the ground ball, gaining that possession, and just attacking right from the jump.
Back in the face-off area. This time, the Hawks will come away with it again.
And that's a flag.
Yep.
I believe that's 30-second releasable. Yep.
So the Hawks will be on a little mini power play here. 30-second. Pedrick is in goal. McGuire Pedrick in goal for the Hawks tonight. And they set it up with the extra man. Nice move there by Gavin Wessel. That ball will go back to Lake Brantley. 10:26 to play in the first. 1-1. Both teams scoring early. Stolen away by Tracy Tucker. Tucker, 6'3", 199 pounds, a big senior. Tucker back to Wessel. Over to Jacob Sherrow, the 5'9" senior. Shot. And good stab out of the air there by Lake Brantley's keeper, Vincent Baez, the junior. And Baez with a save. 9:40 to go in the first. And Lake Brantley in transition back down the field. Jonathan Schrager. That's number 2. Robbie Brownrigg. Over back behind the cage to Jackson Fisher. Back to Odell. Odell with the lone Lake Brantley goal. I'd like to thank Beachwave Volleyball Club. Nice defensive play in front. And the Hawks standing them up. And that one will get away, and that'll be Viera ball. 8:58. And this will be Hunter Levi with it. It's a dangerous pass. And
great stick check.
And this is Lake Brantley again off the stick check. .8:26 to go. Substitutions being made. Tracy Tucker down the defense there. Back to Lake Brantley will slow it down and work it back in the X area. Odell. He's being tracked by Eli Menchetti. And that is a Lake Brantley goal. And it's 2-1. Lake Brantley on top. Get the number here in just a second. I believe it's what was that? I believe it's number 13, Jackson Fisher with the goal for Lake Brantley. So Jackson Fisher will pick it up. Looking at the replay, looks like 13 scored it. Odell with the assist. And it's 2-1. 8 minutes to go. This is going to be a tough one for Viera. Conditioning will be important and the physicality of this game. And here comes the Hawks across the midfield line with it down into the offensive attack area. Or momentarily now back in the attack area, but the ball is checked away. Outstanding job there by the defenseman on the stick check. And coming up with it is Robbie Brownrigg. Or no, check that. That's number 21, Nicky Murray. Shot goes wide. And Jonathan Schrager will, actually should be Viera ball, and it is. Nope. Lake Brantley ball. I'm not sure how that's Lake Brantley ball. But anyway. Brantley. 7:54 to go. They are on top 2-1. They have it. To the side, in front. Good job. Nice play by the keeper, McGuire Pedrick. McGuire, just a sophomore, 6'1", 230. Used his stick effectively to keep the ball on the ground and out of the net there. Time of possession right now solely in the corner of Lake Brantley. Odell, shot, goal. 3-1. Odell with his second of the night.
That just shot straight out of his pocket.
Yeah, no, that's a good shot. He's got quite the wind up and just blows it by McGuire Pedrick for the third goal of the game for Lake Brantley. It was 7:21 to go. The Patriots on top by 2. Beer's got to get a little bit more physical, I would think, here, Caleb.
Yeah.
Whistle and an early start. That'll be Lake Brantley ball.
Hey.
Go ahead.
I believe you have 10 seconds to get the ball to claim possession inside the box before a failure to advance is called.
Oh, there you go. Well, Caleb, thank you, buddy. I did not know that. I am learning this game.
It's 8 or 10 seconds. It's one of those two.
Gotcha. And here comes Lake Brantley again. And much like we saw in the game prior to this one in the girls' game with South Fork was content to win the time of possession battle and take their shots selectively. And Lake Brantley showing pretty much the same patience here that South Fork did. It led to a win for South Fork. Good defense. Nice job by Eli Menchetti. And Lake Brantley still comes away with it. Jonathan Schrager. 5:57 to play here in the first. Shot. And that time, McGuire Pedrick comes up with it with the foot and the stick and keeps it at 3-1. And here comes Viera on the attack. Today's game is brought to you and sponsored by the family of Viera Hawk head football coach Derek Smith. Coach Smith is sponsoring this game, his lovely wife Christina. He and Christina want to, in fact, they have stepped up to sponsor the rest, or pretty much, I think 5 Viera Hawk lacrosse games this year coming up here on the schedule. This one, Let's see here. Not Viera. I believe you'll see Cocoa, Martin County, Lake Mary. You're definitely going to see Lake Mary. In front, Pedrick cuts off the angle there. 4:47 to play. Score remains 3-1. So thanks to Derek Smith and Christina Smith for their sponsorship of today's game. Comment and let us know where you're watching from. Jill Baez says, that's my boy Vinny. And if you're watching from the Lake Brantley area, let me just tell you how much in love I am with your school in terms of the football field. We do Orlando Phantom semi-pro football, and that's what they call home, is Tom Story Field over there at Lake Brantley, and I love coming over there. I'm not a fan of the steps. Okay, not a fan of those steps to get up to the press box, but Brian Keys does an outstanding job. Shot, and that one skips over and is wide left, so the score will stay 3-1. This is Odell again with it. And I'll tell you, right now, Coach Bartlett and Coach Smith and company are going to have to figure out, going to have to man up here and force turnovers. Just, that's a shoulder drop. That's a flag.
Yep.
Push. Cross check. What's he calling?
I believe that's a cross check. It's a lot like the NFL. You cannot go anywhere near the head area.
So this is going to be an extra man advantage for Viera.
I believe that one is going to be a minute releasable.
A 1 minute releasable. Releasable meaning that if Viera scores, he gets out, and a non-releasable is if they score, he stays in.
Yes.
Let's see, when I played hockey, we called it major and minors. We loved a 5-minute major. You could score at will. Unfortunately, I was the one in the box most of the time. In front, shot to goal. Nice job to work it in front. And on the power play, Jared Weiss with the goal, and it's 3-2 on the power play.
Great sidearm shot.
Is that your boy? Weiss. Jared Weiss. Weiss, yep. Gotcha. I said that to the guy at our wedding. They said, Mr. and Mrs. Weiss after all that. Really? At your wedding? At my wedding. Unbelievable. Wow. I mean, it's not like that's an important day, right? Jeez. Now, you don't have to tell me once. All right, so it's 3-2. Hawks with the power play tally here. 3:15 to play in the opening period.
Yes.
And that's a kind of a careless pass there. Didn't watch it all the way into the pocket, but it'll stay Lake Brantley ball. And Lake Brantley wants that 2-goal lead back. And I'll tell you what, I believe Pedrick got a piece of that. Stick save. I think it went off the side of his, front side of his stick. 2:50 to play. First quarter, Lake Brantley on top. And this is Odell, who's got 2, looking for the hat trick shot. No pass. Good job by the Hawks defense there to come away with that. And they'll stop. Let's clear it out. And Pedrick. And up the far sidelines comes Viera. Pressure applied by Lake Brantley. It's good pressure and forces the turnover. So a good job by Lake Brantley disrupting Viera's transition offense. Now, look, I'm learning the sport of lacrosse, and there might be some of you out there that say, well, you're from Baltimore, Alan. How do you not know this sport? Well, I should, but I don't as well as I should, so I'm learning. So feel free to help me out or teach me here throughout the course of the broadcast. We are interactive. That's a nice move, but the shot goes high over top of the crossbar, and the ball stays with Lake Brantley, I believe. Yep.
It's one of the big key differences between girls and guys. In guys lacrosse, you can go after the stick on the shot as long as your stick does not make contact with his upper body. You're good.
Okay.
There's no such thing as a shooting violation.
And tell everybody how you know so much about lacrosse.
I came to learn it through Coach Moss of the Rockledge Raiders. Him and Coach Doug Kublank started up the Rockledge Raider program back in 2013.
Shot, and that one goes wide left. 1:26 to play, and it's 3-2 Lake Brantley still on top. The thing that's bothering me right now is the Hawks are exerting a lot of energy playing defense at the moment, Caleb. And you don't have to know the sport to know that the time of possession right now clearly sits on the side of Lake Brantley, and that can wear a defense down. Here come the Hawks, looking for the tying goal here. Can they get it?
All right, and just a little example there. When you set the pick, the stick has to be to the body. You can't extend your arms. Everything has to be close to the body when you set a pick, and your feet have to be set like basketball.
Gotcha. Makes sense. This is Tracy Tucker again. Tracy with a goal in this one already. Over to Jared Weiss, and Weiss with a goal as well. In front, shot, goal! That's a power move to the net, scored by Gavin Wessel, and it's 3-3. Gavin Wessel ties it up. 36.4 seconds to play in the first. And the Hawks, I guess it doesn't matter how long you possess the ball. It's what you do with it when you got it. So the Hawks have tied it up. That's a confidence builder heading into the second. So Weiss, Wessel, and Tucker with the 3 goals for Viera. Nice job. I like that. That was, and here comes Viera, the way he rolled that back. And in front, can the Hawks take the lead? This is Weiss, I believe, behind the net. Weiss, looking. Ball's loose in front, scooped up by Lake Brantley and number 14, Cole Hallgard, the senior 6'1", stolen back by Viera. Oh, whistle. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter with the score. Lake Brantley 3, Viera 3, back after these words. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
We're all tied up at 3 here heading into the second period of play. Today's game is brought to you by the Smith family, Derek Smith and his lovely wife, Christina Smith. And I'd like to thank the Smiths, and, of course, their son Austin plays here on the team. He wears number 11. He's a 6'3", 214-pound junior defenseman. But Coach Smith just does an outstanding job here at Viera High School as the head football coach, and he's coached soccer before with his daughter. He was an assistant coach or a coach on that those 2-time state champion teams. Courtney Baines Lundy coached those famed Viera Hawk teams 2017, 2018, and he's got, I tell you, Christina is the perfect coach's wife. She is amazing, and I absolutely have a great admiration and love for the Smith family. So thank you, Derek, and thank you, Christina, for sponsoring today's broadcast here on the Brevard Sports Network. A fresh 12 on the clock. We're knotted at 3. Weiss, Wessel, and Tucker, your goal scorers for Viera. Corey Odell with 2, and Jackson Fisher with 1 for Lake Brantley, and that's where we are. We'll switch sides. Watching from Alamogordo, New Mexico. It's great to see my grandson, Jackson Fisher, number 13 for Lake Brantley. Thanks. Well, you're welcome, John. I'm glad that we could bring this game to you today. And sometimes the unintended consequences turns out to be great because, obviously we're the Brevard Sports Network and we want to make sure everybody gets to see. But I know that Caleb did a really good job today of reaching out to both Lake Brantley and then South Fork for the girls. So welcome. And please, just because your son plays for the other, or just grandson plays for the other team, chime in. We'd love to hear from you. Don't be afraid to cheer here on the Brevard Sports Network. We encourage it. 11:26 to play in the half. 3-3 is the score. We play 4 12-minute quarters, periods, if you will. And Weiss will have it taken away from him. And here comes Lake Brantley on the attack. Must have been nice to see your grandson score a goal because Jackson Fisher has one in this one. Nice job. Good defense in front by Gavin Wessel. His sister, of course, also played an outstanding defensive game for the Viera girls team. And here comes Lake Brantley again. This is Mason Norwood. We've got whistles. And for what? I don't know.
I think Coach called timeout when his team got possession.
Got you. So timeout on the field. While we have a timeout on the field, let me take a moment to if you like what you see here on the Brevard Sports Network, BSN is a registered LLC with the state of Florida. We operate off of limited partnerships and sponsorships from around Brevard County. We like to keep our sponsors local and family-oriented, if you will. Hence, Derek Smith and Christina Smith sponsoring today's broadcast. But we ask that you help us in our growth if you can. And the way you can do that is to make a donation. Nothing is too small. You'll see Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal all flash up on your screen here in the next couple of minutes. And no donation is too small. We understand times are tough, but we are growing leaps and bounds. We are inside, just outside of 10,000 people strong on Facebook. Our YouTube is growing. Our Twitter, we are blowing up. We're about 15,000 strong throughout all of our social media platforms, and that has come in just an 8.5-month span. So, in fact, we had a social media person kind of dig in and look at what we were doing, and we were deemed to be the largest, or not largest, but fastest growing multimedia company in Brevard County in the last 120 days. So we thank you for any help you can give. All the money goes towards equipment, and we put it all right back into the company. So 10:19 to play here in the first half, 3-3 between Lake Brantley and Viera. Lake Brantley, as they've done for most of the game so far, controlling time of possession. They do that right now. And this is number 11 working in. And that'll go wide. I do not have a number 11. I apologize. On the Lake Brantley roster, I do have 23 players without numbers. I would venture to guess to say he's one of those. Shot, and that's a nice job by McGuire Pedrick there to kick that one aside. And there is the hat trick for Corey Odell, number 6. And it's 4-3, Lake Brantley on top. So Odell with his 3rd here. 9:38 to play in the first half. There you go, John. Justin Mangum. Thank you, Justin Mangum. Thank you. See, that's why we do interactive broadcast. Mangum. Justin Mangum. Thank you. Mangum will pick up the assist on that one. And Viera controls a draw. This is number 29, Jacob Sherrow for the Hawks. Sherrow in the middle of the circle.
He is a Fogo player.
What's that mean?
Means when his primary job is strictly face-offs, win possession. As soon as his team gets possession, he gets off the field.
Gotcha.
And allows an attack midi to come onto the field and be better help.
Gotcha. So it's if your specialty is face-off, you're obviously a very valuable asset of the team.
Yes.
Yeah. Because same for when we played hockey, we had guys that that could win draws, and we didn't. There's obviously bigger rosters in lacrosse than there is in hockey, but there were guys that played because winning face-offs is key. Shot and a goal. Did that get in? No. Nice. I thought it got through. And the Lake Brantley goaltender, Vincent Baez, with another big save, or Vinny Baez, as he was referred to earlier.
He took that one in the chest and then stopped it with his knee. That one's going to hurt later.
That's all right. Vinny will take it. Keeps it out. Brantley back down on the attack with the ball and the lead. 4-3 here. Gary Odell, the man with it right now. He passes it. He's got 3 of the 4 Patriot goals. He'll swing it around. Viera trying to close down the passing lanes. In front, shot, skip, goal. And that one, number 9 scores. Jake Powers with the goal, and Lake Brantley takes a 2-goal lead. For the second time in this one, they led 3-1, and now 5-3. Jill, Vinny's mom says he loves it. Goaltenders are strange breeds, man. Having played hockey, I knew goaltenders were on a different planet than the rest of the team. They didn't mind taking a shot off the face mask or, one up underneath, and it hurt. But they prided themselves in being able to stay in and play. Goaltenders were just I loved them. I loved every goaltender I ever played with. But, man, they are some strange cats. And I don't know about lacrosse, but I can only speak for hockey. Same way in lacrosse?
Yes, they're strange, but sometimes they can end up being the most the baddest one on the team.
Oh, absolutely, dude. They're quiet.
Yes.
Quiet but bad. Yeah, no, I hear you. 5-3. Patriots on top. Again, 3 losses for the Patriots this year have all come. Shot, and that time, that's a nice save. I have all come 2 state-ranked teams, the 3rd, 12th, and 16th ranked teams in the state. And Viera's, oh my goodness, nice move by Robbie Brownrigg to put Lake Brantley up 6-3. The turnover cost them there, Caleb.
Yep. And that's the thing about lacrosse is the tiniest mistake, because you have defenders always swarming your players. The tiniest mistake will always come back to haunt you.
And this is going to be another timeout on the field. And so 6:39 to play. Let's tell you what we've got going on here coming up on the Brevard Sports Network a little bit later on in the week. Tomorrow here on BSN. We go back to girls softball. We've got a doozy of a game, we think, tomorrow night. We get to see the Berry sisters tomorrow night, who pitched a perfect game last night. That's Kyla Berry
and Addie Berry.
Kylie Berry and Addie Berry combined. One's a senior, one's a freshman, combined to pitch a perfect game last night. And you'll see the Berry sisters take on the O'Galley Commodores. They're going to have something to say about it. O'Galley, one of the area's top teams in softball. Thursday, we're off. We've got some business to take care of on Thursday. Friday, we're back at it again. I know we've got baseball on tap for you Friday night. We've got Merritt Island and O'Galley, the rematch. We also might have lacrosse for you as well. Cocoa Beach, who happened to be, because of COVID, the defending district champs, because there was no district champs last year, so you have to go back 2 years ago, like the Virginia Cavaliers coming into the NCAA tournament claiming they're the defending champions. Technically they are.
Yeah.
And there's been some talking on social media locally. And so Cocoa Beach comes in Friday night here, and I believe we'll have that game for you here on the Brevard Sports Network. 6-3. Lake Brantley on top. Corey Odell with 3 goals. Robbie Brown-Rigg with a goal, and Jackson Fisher with 1. For the Hawks, it's been Jared Weiss, Gavin Wessel, and Tracy Tucker. Jake Lawrence says Brantley about to whoop him. Well, we'll see. Jake Lawrence tagging Eric Lawrence. And Jill Baez agreeing with our goaltender assessment. 6:39 to go. Picked up. Taken away. Just took it straight from him. And back on the attack comes Lake Brantley. About an hour and 10-minute trip from here to Lake Brantley High School. We've made it for 3 consecutive Saturdays. We cover the Orlando, we're the broadcast team for the Orlando Phantom Semi-Pro Football, who makes their home at Tom Story Field. Beautiful facility. Y'all need to take care of those steps, though, man.
I would so hate to be the player that has to run those steps when you screw up.
Doug Butler's got us nailed down for April the 9th.
Yes.
With the Cape Coast Conference Track and Field Championships. We'll be there. Shot wide left. Yes, indeed, we will be there for that. That's on our schedule back at the Melbourne studio. Speaking of the Melbourne studio, coming up tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, the debut of our new sports talk show on BSN. Myself and Hunter Steele will break down the tournament. We'll also talk about NFL free agency and little college baseball as well on tap tomorrow night, as well as all local sports. We'll give a recap of what's happening coming out of spring break. 5:27 to go here in the first half. 6-3 Brantley on top of Viera. Nice move, pivot shot, good job by McGuire Pedrick there to kick that aside. Good to see Doug Butler back on. I haven't seen him in a while. Must be because of spring break. Oh, my goodness gracious. Corey Odell with his 4th goal of the game, and it's 7-3. He just whipped that one right in, Caleb. 4:57 to play. In the first half. Doug says laying low. Doug, Doug, I got the utmost respect for you. You know how much we love you and the program. But I'm not sure I'm buying laying low.
He's laying low in the right places.
Right, no, I got you, right. Winning track meets and setting national records.
Yeah, you know.
getting ready to win another state championship. 4:38 to go. That'll only be 25th.
Yeah.
You have to put Devon Dudley up, the guy that's not as good as Doug.
Yeah, you know.
Devon's only got 23. Doug's now at 24. 4:27 to go, and Lake Brantley pulling away a little bit here. But lacrosse is a funny sport.
Yes, it is.
We got a flag, a delayed penalty coming here.
I believe they're going to call the slash.
Yep, no doubt. Could call two there. And Weiss just being mauled in front.
Now, I think the reason you don't see the second flag come in for the shot to the head is because Weiss ducked and buried his head essentially into the stick.
Right.
So
no, it's good. It's good observation.
And it varies from official to official.
Yep. But I'll tell you what. There goes two of them. There's two. I think he did call two, didn't he? No, then he called one. That's what I thought. 3:50 to go. Viera on the power play. Viera's got to get a goal here. Caleb's fighting a mosquito. That's right. They're coming back. Viera in front. Shot. And that goes wide left. It'll stay Viera ball. Now they start the clock. 3:35 to go. And that's another shot wide. Viera still on the man advantage here. 7-3, Lake Brantley on top. 3:23 to go, clock running. Tracy Tucker with it. They'll work it around the perimeter. Back in the X area. Tucker, and shot, and that's a goal to Butte Clark. That off the stick of Ethan DeShulo. And DeShulo with a goal. And it's 7-4 as Viera scores on the power play, their second power play goal of the night. DeShulo's sister. So it's a lacrosse family, the DeShulo family. .306. And a deficit of 3 is a whole lot better than 4. Viera needs to keep the pressure on here. Back at full strength, but the draw is won by Lake Brantley. They've done an outstanding job in the circle tonight, for sure. And this is where they can just take their time. We saw South Fork in that girls' game literally possess the ball for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, running out the half with it. Almost like, and college lacrosse, you have a shot clock, right?
Yes.
So, nice job there nice job defensively. That is Austin Smith out there, number 11. 6'3", 214-pound junior. Shot, and that's a nice job again by McGuire Pedrick on the save. 2:02 to play. You're not charging. Move.
Told me to wait till 10.
No, I didn't say that. Shot. Whistle, and that'll stay Lake Brantley ball with 1:26 to go. Shot. Little wide left off the stick of Nicky Murray. This will be Hawk ball. And the keeper will come out with it to the quarter line. Got to get it up. Under a minute to go.
Got to get in the box.
Whistle.
And that's a failure to advance.
Failure to advance. Good defense by Lake Brantley. And this is Odell. Corey Odell with 4 goals in this one.
Got him on the over and back.
Yep. Matt Campbell is, and Campbell's throwing hats and everything. He's upset. And a goal. Is that a goal?
No.
No. Save. Now we're moving fast. I thought he scored. That's going to be a timeout on the field. Coach Campbell is hot. He is hot. Show him. Wow. All right, so with 23.7 seconds to go here, we're going to step out real quick, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
One.
All right, 23.7 seconds to go here. And I'm not sure what Coach Campbell was hot about. But you had that. Did you have any idea? Yeah, no, I'm not sure. 23.7 seconds to go. 7-4, Lake Brantley on top. Looked like, I don't know if you remember Sam Weiss, the old coach of the Bengals, over there throwing his hat down. And Odell with 20 seconds to work it down low. They got a chance. Shot and a great save by McGuire Pedrick. And Pedrick keeps this a 3-goal. Right there. Pedrick again with a stick. And that'll take us to the end of the half. We have reached the half with Lake Brantley on top. 7-4. We'll be back with the start of the third period in about 10 minutes. All right, 2:28 to go before we start the second half here at Viera High School. And for the Hawks, they've got their work cut out for them. It's only a 3-goal deficit, but Lake Brantley right now doing an outstanding job possessing the ball. For the Hawks so far in this one, you've got Jared Weiss, Ethan DeSchulo, Gavin Wessel, and Tracy Tucker as your goal scorers. And for Lake Brantley, Robbie Brownrigg, Jake Powers, Jackson Fisher, and Corey Odell with not one, not two, not three, but a 4 spot on the board. It's 7-4 Lake Brantley, fresh 12 on the clock. Matt Shelton, how can a guy from Catonsville, Maryland, never played lacrosse? That is weird. You know what else? I don't like seafood either. Crab cakes, that's it. I know. My mom says my mom, God rest her soul, used to say to me, son, I think I'm going to have to disown you. Somebody from Baltimore, Maryland does not like seafood. How is that even possible? Oh, but it's possible.
Well, that's the thing. You don't like seafood, but you love crab cakes.
Yep.
But
it's got to be back. It's got to be backfin crab. I'm a crab cake snob. So, all right, second half underway. I guess it's not 2 minutes 24 seconds. We're underway. 11:56 to go, and here comes the Hawks. Switch sides again. And the Hawks with a little pep in their step to begin the second half here. Jared Weiss over to Gavin Wessel. And the Hawks setting up the O. And that ball is intercepted by Cole Holgert, and he's across the midfield line quickly for a big guy. He can move in front. Good job by the Hawks defense there. That was number 99 or 39, Jack Hathaway, the 6-foot, 180-pound defenseman. 7-4 Lake Brantley on top. G&M Crab Cakes, the best, Kim Leary, the absolute best. Say no more. Right there, off the Beltway, off of 695, G&M. Goodness, you're all I'll tell you who had good crab cakes too was the Caton down on Wilkins Avenue. Caton had pretty good crab cakes too. Purple or white, and what's his jersey number? James wants to know. Hawks looking to cut the 2 goals. Oh, that one hit off the goalkeeper's best friend there, the left post. And quickly back into play the Hawks have it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a story, Kim. My aunt worked at G&M for years. I mean, years she worked there. I might be thinking of Schneider's, but G&M's down in that area. It's a shot and a save, and that is as good as it gets right there. We've got a new keeper in. The new keeper is Matthew Fielding, the sophomore. G&M, I believe, is across the street from Schneider's. 9:45 to go, and I tell you what, Matt Fielding kept this at a 3-goal game all by himself right there. Outstanding stick work to get that stick turned and down. Shot, and that one finds the right-hand side of the net. And that's an interesting transition there as Jonathan Schrager scores his first of the game. So a big save turns into a 4-goal lead for Lake Brantley, and that was the turning point right there. That was a save like that can really boost a team up. And I'll tell you what, Fielding made it, and Schrager capitalizes on, the Hawks. I thought they had one. I was ready to scream goal on it, but transition offense for Lake Brantley cashes in, and it's 8-4, Patriots on top. Yes, exactly. Yes, we are speaking of the same place right there in Linthicum. Yep.
Whoa.
And the fans in the stands none too happy about the non-call shot. And another one there by Fielding. And I tell you what, Coach Matt Campbell's got to be pretty thrilled with the fact he's got two pretty good keepers. One's a freshman, the other a sophomore. I'm sorry, one a junior, the other a sophomore. So he gets his junior keeper back for another year, and, of course, the sophomore for 2 more years. So the goalkeeping position pretty locked down for Lake Brantley based on what I'm seeing. 8:30 to go here in the third. Patriots have doubled up the Hawks. And nice job there. Good job by McGuire Pedrick to get his arm up. Looking for and scoop by Jack Hathaway. And Hathaway. And here comes Jared White, and he lost it at the last minute there. It's kind of bounced out of his stick. Jared Weiss with an opportunity there. The one difference that you see right now, Caleb, with Lake Brantley is they have a size advantage.
But, they have the size advantage, but I'll say this. They are quick for being at the sizes
They are fast. I mean, you're looking at this roster. And that is Austin Smith over there. Speaking of Smith, this broadcast tonight brought to you by the Smith family. Assistant coach Derek Smith of the Viera Hawks lacrosse team. He's also the head football coach. He and his lovely wife, Christina Smith, have sponsored Viera Hawks lacrosse for 5-6 games here this year. In front, cranks, fires. And that's a great save there by McGuire Pedrick. That one was humming. 6:50 to go in the third. And that got in. That's a one-timer there. And 2 straight by Jonathan Schrager. And it's 9. Oh, it's 9-4 Lake Brantley. That was a nice one-timer there. Don't take much to confuse me. No, it's all right. Schrager with his second in a row. Odell with 4, Schrager with 2, Brownrigg with 1, and Jackson Fisher with 1. And Lake Brantley starting to turn it up a little bit here. Hawks need a couple of goals, and they need them in a hurry. Good job in front. And I'm not sure why that wasn't a call. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, why it wasn't a call. He was standing right there looking at it. And here comes Lake Brantley again. This is Odell looking for number 5. Will he get it? Spins, turns, twists, And Pedrick ultimately will pick it up off the ground here off the bounce. 5:41 to go. Nice job by Robbie Brownrigg there. And right now the Hawks having a hard time. Matthew Shelton says, at least there are no Barnharts left today. Matt, are you a lacrosse fan too, Matt? You could, I'd love to have you come do a couple lacrosse games, man, if you're interested.
Yeah.
That's the same Matt Shelton that did soccer with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Matt's outstanding. Outstanding.
Yes,
I didn't want to do another soccer broadcast after he did one on our network. I'd love to have you come up here and do some lacrosse. I just don't. I just don't know the technical terms, and Matt's very, very good at explaining the game.
Yes.
Explaining the X's and O's and explaining the technical terms of the game. He does an outstanding job. Helps out Tracy over at 321 Sportscast as well. And Matt's always great on the microphone. And it was funny that night, Caleb. Caleb, I tell you, tell the story why we got a timeout on the field here. So I told you needed help with the camera. So we got ourselves in a situation where Caleb and I had to split up to do a broadcast about a month ago. And I said, Caleb, look, man, Caleb's learning this business. He's 24 years old, and he's learning how to do this. And Caleb does a good job when he has to go do it by himself. But it's rare. So I dropped him off for the soccer game, and it was a playoff game, and it just had to be that night. I think I was going to Astronaut to do basketball.
Because our team backed out because
right, our team backed out, right. Well, they didn't back out. They got sick. They got COVID.
Well, I mean.
Right. So, yeah, right, exactly. so I said, Caleb, look, when you get to Viera, just ask around and see if you can find somebody to help you out with the camera, So go ahead, you can take the story.
So I'm literally walking up and down steps, and anything with a pulse, I'm like, you know the game? oh, you know the game. You want to come talk about it on the broadcast? And then all of a sudden the faces would go, no, I'm good. And I'm looking, I'm panicking because it's now about 5 minutes to game time.
I know that look.
And all of a sudden Matt Shelton is like, wait, I know you. You usually work with Alan. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of looking for a broadcaster. He goes, would you allow me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not even my favorite part, but go ahead.
So we start doing the broadcast, and I start doing the play-by-play.
Because you've never heard Matt before, right? So you don't know you have no idea if he actually knows the game.
Right.
So go ahead.
So I had him do color, but he was mainly working the camera.
Right.
And he starts calling the game to himself.
Right.
And I realize he's doing much better than I am, and I'm on the mic. There was a pause in the break, and I looked at him. I said, take this headset now.
4:30 to play in the third quarter, and the rest is history. Matt does an outstanding job. 9-4, Lake Brantley on top. And I'll make a comparison here to what we saw in the girls' game. Right now, Viera's got to find their fastest, quickest defender. Like we watched Mickey Pippett go coast to coast twice and score a goal. Viera needs that kind of spark right now. They need to generate something quick and in a hurry here. I would think by the time, here in the last 4 minutes of the third, they got to be within, I'd say, 3 to have a shot at this.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be something even on the offensive side. Even if, there's a big legal hit on the
something to spark them. But
yes.
I'm going to say I'll disagree with you slightly and just say it's got a big hit that quickly results in a goal or something to fire up the team here, because the Hawks are in some real danger here, because this is what Lake Brantley's done this all game. They own time of possession in this game.
Oh, wow.
And that was outstanding shot there. That's number 2 Robbie Brownrigg with his second of the night, and it's 10-4. Well, that's all out the window.
Two yards shy of the box line, and he just ripped it.
Yeah. Yeah, a little force on that. So now you definitely need the big hit in the goal. And that'll draw a flag. And we'll see what this is.
If it is that shot to the head, I believe that's 2 minute non-releasable.
2 minute non-releasable. This will be the third extra man advantage for Viera in this one. They are 2 for 2 thus far, Caleb.
Again, with it being a 2 minute unreleasable, you got to get those shots in.
You got to score 2-3 times here.
Yes.
Can't play with it. And there's nobody home. And that's going to go back to Lake Brantley. And certainly not not sure where that one was going there. 2:39 to go. 10-4, Patriots on top. And right now, Lake Brantley playing like they have the man advantage. Bears got to go get this.
Yes.
Two minutes, 120 seconds to go here in the third. And this will be Hawk ball.
I mean, when you're man up like this on defense, there should always be two on the ball.
Yep. Coming up tomorrow on the Brevard Sports Network, we're going to release our boys and girls soccer players of the year. Stay tuned for that. So I'm trying to see if we can't get a Zoom-type interview with them. And right now, Corey Odell, and we got bodies flying and into that grate down there. Players up. Hit that sewer down there. Just a odd. They got to cover that sewer up.
You got to call it better, Scotty. That's all there is to it.
10-4, buck 43 to go here in the third. Penalty over?
I think, yeah. I think
It's got to be.
They're all even now.
Yeah, they're all even up now. So the Hawks fail to score with the extra man here in front. And that one will drift back to the midfield circle. 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. Third period. Stay with 10-4, Patriots all over the Hawks. Oh, it was only a 30-second penalty. Thank you. Not locked. Technical foul. Gotcha. Thank you. John said it was only a 30-second penalty. Our bad. We thought it was the hit to the head. I did not see the ref make the call. John helping us out tonight. That's why we need Matt.
Appreciated.
30 seconds to go. And this is Austin Smith. Smith with a nice job. He'll have it checked out of his hands. And shot. And that'll go wide left, and 0.3 seconds remain. And that'll take us to the end of the third period. So we'll step away for our final commercial break of the night. The score, Lake Brantley 10, the Viera Hawks 4. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
All right, welcome back to Viera Hawks Stadium here. Alan Slaughterzinski, Caleb Brown with you on a simply beautiful night. 10-4, Lake Brantley with a 6-goal lead heading into the fourth and final period play here. For the Patriots, it's been Corey Odell with 4, Robbie Brownrigg with 2, Jonathan Schrager with 2, Powers and Fisher with a tally apiece. For the Hawks, it's been Jared Weiss, Ethan DeSchulo, Gavin Wessel, and Tracy Tucker. And we are set for the fourth period here. All right, what is it, period or quarter? What do you call it in lacrosse? Jack, Matt, help me out here.
I've already called both the whole time.
Okay. Second half, fourth quarter, fourth period. All right. What?
As long as the number's correct, usually people don't mind.
I feel you on that.
You can say quarter period.
Quarter period, right. Technically speaking. Now, I have been to, and as I've told this story on several occasions, I have been to 2 Final Fours. Lacrosse Final Fours.
That's something I'm trying to cross off my sports bucket list.
Well, I tell you, bud, the next time they play them at M&T Bank Stadium, I got you covered. And there's a flag.
Push from behind.
All right, pay attention now. Seven seconds will be put back on the clock to 11:53. Back-to-back years in Maryland, I saw, who was it? Goodness gracious. I saw Syracuse beat Navy, I think. And I saw Hopkins beat Duke. Yep, I saw Hopkins beat Duke. That's what it was, because that's the one where the place just exploded. Hopkins beat Duke. And we were at M&T Bank Stadium. It was back, I don't know, maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. Or was that, or did we see that one in Philadelphia? We saw one in Philly too. That was back when I was a little younger, and we did crazy things like go to sporting events.
Talk of the old world.
Talk of the old world.
Lake Brantley doing a good job killing off the penalty.
Yep. Shot and a short-handed goal. 11-4. And Lake Brantley pouring it on now, Caleb. $10:23 to go. 11-4. Patriots on top. The thing I liked about those tournaments was they were always held over Memorial Day weekend, if I remember correctly.
And timeout.
Timeout on the field. 10:23 to go. What's the biggest sporting event you've ever attended, Caleb?
Have to be the both bowl games last year.
Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting you're only 24 years old. So, that's right. You saw we covered Alabama and Michigan.
Yep.
And what was the other one? Do you remember?
Iowa State and Notre Dame.
Yeah, that was a good one. And there you have it. We did Alabama and Michigan, and Iowa State and Notre Dame. And the really cool thing about those bowl games in Orlando, and you go back and look at the history of both the Citrus Bowl and whether you want to call it the Russell Athletic Bowl, I don't care, is inevitably teams that play in one of those two bowl games end up the final year playing in a New Year's Six game. And since they've gone to the playoff format, a team that has played in that one of those two Orlando bowl games has played in the college football playoff, the final, in the next season. And this past year, we had two teams do it in Notre Dame and Alabama. We've seen Clemson do it from over there. I've seen Oklahoma do it from over there. So 10:23 to go, a 7-goal lead. Lake Brantley just seemingly doing everything right here tonight. Oh, nice save. McGuire, Pedrick. That'll go out. Patriot ball. And John Moran says, "Go Patriots." Great job, guys. Kyle, I'll tell you what, man. Reach out to me. Put that banner that's on the screen now. Write that number down and shoot me a text tomorrow for sure, if you would, please. Give me some information on that. I'd appreciate it, Kyle, because we don't fill our schedule. We keep our schedule open. We try to fill it the Sunday previous to the week in advance because, I mean, look, I get it. The old mantra used to be, you want to show every team, and we do. We really do want to show every team. But, we just can't do it. We don't have the staff, which is why we always ask for donations because we're trying to grow. But Kyle, certainly reach out and send me a text because I'd love to see that as well because I know MCC, a traditional lacrosse powerhouse in this community. In fact, Hunter Steele, our newest addition to Brevard Sports Network, played lacrosse at MCC. And this is a shot, and getting a stick on it is the sophomore, Matthew Fielding. And Kyle, we certainly appreciate the kind words there. 8:53 to go. Fires, and that goes over the crossbar of the goalpost, actually. Must have skimmed off the top. Coming up tonight on Brevard Sports Network, you'll see post-game interviews from the Melbourne Bulldogs softball team last night. Outstanding job as been a rough 2 days for Viera Spring Sports. Both lacrosse teams falling tonight, and I can't believe that was not called. Anyway, and then yesterday, the Viera Hawks softball team was the 34th ranked team in the country. And they fell to the Melbourne Bulldogs 5-1. But you know Viera, Maggie Davis, the athletic director, and some of the great coaches, Alex Breeden, Bo Bartlett. They don't lose many. Breeden, softball coach, 61-12 in 4 years. 8:20 to play. Don't they keep time on the field, too?
They're supposed to.
They're having clock issues. Gil Lavin over there. Gil does films Viera's games for Huddle. 7:17 to go. Lake Brantley on top by 7, 11-4. Ooh, that's a nice job.
Yeah.
When you leave your feet, you can expect to not end up on it in sports like football and lacrosse.
Behind the back pass. Getting a little fancy there. And Lake Brantley. Trying to set something up here. Eleven to 4 here. They lead over the Viera Hawks. Coming up on 6 minutes left in the game.
And this is exactly what Lake Brantley's done the entire game, is just that time of possession, 5:33. It's got to be a sense of urgency from Viera here. And that'll be a tripping penalty. Two-minute trip. All right, so power play advantage again. Man advantage. Hawks are 2 for 3 tonight, unofficially. You know, it's funny, we're taking down some of these tacks on the wall here. Some of these tacks I put up 3 years ago. Ooh. Five minutes to play. Again, the Hawks got to try to get off some shots here. Take advantage of the extra man. Last time, Lake Brantley scored a shorthanded goal. In front. And a nice job by the Hawks. A retained possession shot and over the top. Fielding just gets top of his stick on that. 4:43 to go. And the pass in is taken by Tucker. Tucker wheels in front, and it hits the side of the net. Didn't fool me. I almost said it. So here comes Lake Brantley. About a minute to go in the penalty. Flag still down.
That was one they just threw.
And there's another shorthanded goal.
On the whipping of the stick.
Got you. So the slash will be called off. And that goal makes it 12-4. Two straight shorthanded markers by Lake Brantley. I believe that one scored here. Let me see if I can. Number 14, Cole Hoggard on that one. And the 6', 175-pound senior nails the door shut on the Viera comeback. Any attempted comeback, I should say. And it's 12-4 with 4:15 to play. Lake Brantley will just possess to kill the clock here. So what's in store for the Hawks coming up? Well, the schedule surely does not get any easier for Viera. In fact, when you look at their schedule coming up, they still have to play the number 3 ranked team in the state of Florida, and they still have to play the number 16 ranked team in the state of Florida. That'll be the 2 highest ranked opponents that Viera will face all season. Vero Beach. I'll have to look to see where Vero's ranked. Shot and another goal. And that one from number 99, I believe. Nope. Was it 99? Indeed, Mason. No? Who scored this? Yep, Mason Norwood with the tally. And it's 13-4 with 3:25 to go. Before the Hawks coming up, they've got those 2 teams on top of some of the tougher teams here in the county. And that game against Vero Beach is going to be for seeding in the district tournament. No doubt about that. And the Hawks are going to have to come up big in that. A lot bigger than they did here tonight, and I'm sure adjustments will be made. Vero Beach is 5-2 on the year. That's the Hawks' next opponent. That's Thursday. Vero is ranked 115th nationally, 29th in the state of Florida, and 14th in 2A. Actually, Caleb, I apologize to you. You were right. Lake Brantley did come in ranked higher in classification 16, and Viera was 18th. So my apologies to my friend Caleb. Did some research on this game today. Tracy Tucker looking to add the 5th Hawk goal with 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes. Tucker with a goal in this one. Shot and another great save by a Lake Brantley Patriot goalkeeper fielding the sophomore. Some outstanding saves. He took over for Diaz in the second half and didn't matter. .135 to go. So 3 of the toughest games of the year coming up. 4 counting this one. You got Vero, Lake Mary, and Oviedo. And the Hawks are going to have to figure it out because Lake Brantley lost to Oviedo and Lake Mary. And with 1:11 to go, we're going to have a timeout and a stoppage on the field here. So we'd like to thank all of you. Again, one more time, the Brevard Sports Network is an LLC here in the state of Florida. If you care to help us out with our growth and care to make a donation, the information will pop up at the bottom of the screen there. Again, we know times are tough. Nothing is too small, and all of the money donated is used to help continue to grow Brevard Sports Network. Again, we are 14,000 strong in 8.5 months in all of our social media combined. Found out through research that we are the fastest multimedia outlet here locally, growing. So we're excited about the direction of Brevard Sports Network, and again, can always use your help to continue our growth as we continue to bring people in. And we've remodeled studios, and I love the new studios. You can kind of see them in the background. We've got 2 rooms with 3 different sets, and you'll see these sets rotate throughout as we launch our sports talk show coming up tomorrow night. Very excited about that. 10 o'clock tomorrow night on the Brevard Sports Network. 1 minute to go here. 1 minute. And Lake Brantley will move to 6-3. The Hawks will drop to 8-2. With Vero Beach up next. I'd like to thank Maggie Davis, the athletic director, Bo Bartlett, the head coach, Derek Smith, and again the Smith family for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Derek Smith and Christina Smith, the lovely Smith family, thank you for your support of the Brevard Sports Network. Final 20 seconds, tick off the clock. Lake Brantley, and that's a cross check from behind. And that'll do it. Your final score from Viera Hawks Stadium. The Lake Brantley Patriots 13, the Viera Hawks 4. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. I'd like to thank all of you once again. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night from the campus of O'Galley High School. Have a great night, everybody.